Hello YouTubers here, this is Proud Pidgeot and his first ever Let's Play video. This one's Pokemon Gold. Now the reason the Professor Elm bit is cut out is because no one ever reads it anyway, so no point in recording it and wasting time basically. Now the Pokemon I've chose is Cyndaquil the Fire type. You have the other choices Totodile the Water type and Chikorita the Grass type. But chose Cyndaquil since I've never went on before. Now, once you choose that, Professor Elm tells you to go to Cherry Grove City, which is the next city which isn't too far away from you, and he gives you his phone number just in case you need to phone him, which you never do, unless you want your Pokedex checked out, which will be quite far away for now, because you can't catch Pokemon for a good wee while. I'm changing the text speed to fast because it goes too slow any other way, basically. And his aid down here gives you a potion, which is very useful, especially when you're battling wild Pokemon, when you're not near a Pokemon Centre, as it heals your Pokemon for you. Now, in Pokemon Gold here, you're in the Johto region, which is the second generation of the Pokemon games after Red, Blue, Yellow and Green. The Green is only Japanese, so in the Johto region there is a few new Pokemon, but you've still got some old ones in it, like some Pikachu's in it definitely, Geodude, Onix, quite a few are still in it. And after you go and speak to your mum, because if you don't go then everybody stops you and tells you to go and see to her, you make your way through to Cherry Grove City. And if you don't want to fight wild Pokemon battles, try and dodge the grass if you can, but I recommend it because it levels up your Pokemon with the experience. This is Cherry. Oh, here's a battle here. The battles are all going to be sped up, the wild battles, because most folk cut them out, but I like them in, so if I just speed them up it doesn't waste too much time recording. First a little bit slow there just to show you how to do it, then basically now all you do is tackle everything to death. And now over this ledge you go into Cherry Grove City. And if you speak to that man with the glasses there, he'll show you around. But I'm just going to speed that up because, well, I never listened to him, but I'll tell you what he says just in a couple of minutes. He gives you a town map, which is obviously very useful because so you can see where you're going in case you get lost, which I'm hoping not to do, but no promises there. This is a Poke Centre. Most of you will know what it is, but for those that's just started, that's where you go in to heal your Pokemon when they're hurt, paralysed, poisoned, or just need PP. This is a Pokemon. You go in there to buy potions, Pokeballs, repels, paralyse heals, basically items just to help you out. Now you have to go past Cherry Grove and up to Mr. Pokemon's house, since Professor Elm's asked you to give him something. And on the way up there's a lot of grass, so that means there'll be a lot of wild Pokemon battles, which if I was you I would battle everyone you see to get experience, since you've got a big battle coming up soon, which it helps to be a couple of levels higher than 5 anyway. On the way up there's a few different Pokemon you can encounter. You've got Pidgey, which is a normal flying type, Caterpie, which is a bug type, and Weedle, which is a bug poison type. They are the 3 main ones in this route. This is in Mr. Pokemon's house, so I'm just going to speed through the text again because no one ever reads it. He gives you a mystery egg, which if you keep in your party a Pokemon with you all the time, it'll hatch. It takes a while to hatch, but it will definitely hatch, and I won't waste the surprise. I'll let you find out later what it hatches into. And with Mr. Pokemon you've got Professor Oak, who asks you to do an errand for him, which is to basically roam the town and countries and everything to find all the Pokemon to register their data in the Pokedex. all you need to do is see a Pokemon to have it in your Pokedex, but if you catch it then you get all of the information about it. The maximum amount of Pokemon you can have in your team with you at a time is 6, but don't worry, because if you've got 6 and you catch another one, it goes to your PC, which is in the Pokemon Centre, and you can just swap at any time. You can't catch any Pokemon now because you need to do this first bit, but after that all you need to do is buy a Pokeball, weaken a Pokemon, and hopefully you'll catch it. Now just as you step out the house here, Professor L phones you and tells you that someone's stolen a Pokemon out of the lab, and he asks you to go back to his lab as quick as you can. So make your way back down to Cherry Grove. Obviously there's going to be a few battles, but fight them as well because experience never goes wrong. There's quite a few bits of grass, which means there'll be lots of wild battles on the way down. Just make sure you've got the potion handy just in case anybody hurts you that much. But anyway, once you get down to Cherry Grove you can heal your Pokemon so as they won't die. Now I recommend being at level 7 for this next part. You can do it at level 6, but I like to be at level 7 just so it's a dead certainty. Level 6 there's too many ifs and buts about it really. Once you go into the Pokemon Centre you'll heal your Pokemon. You just speak to the lady at the counter, Nurse Joy, she heals your Pokemon for you. Then when you get out of the Pokemon Centre you turn right, and just there you get stopped by a ginger person. The ginger person turns out to be your rival in the whole game. He stole the Pokemon from the lab and he battles you. His Pokemon is the type advantage to yours, so if you choose Totodile he'll choose Chikorita, if you choose Chikorita he'll choose Cyndaquil, and if you choose Cyndaquil he'll choose Totodile. But the battle should be really easy, especially if you're level 7, because he doesn't know any of his type moves which are an advantage to you. Well, an advantage to him, sorry. So he won't be super effective against you, so if you just use Tackle or Scratch, depending which Pokemon you are, you should be fine. But it's always handy to have the potion just in case they get a critical hit, just like Totodile did to me there. The battles won't be sped up against the rivals and the gym leaders just because they're the most important battles in the game. So there's may as well just let you watch them and see how it's done. Every other battle isn't really important, so we just speed through it just to save time. And now you'll get enough experience to go up a level, so you will, no matter whether you're level 6 or 7. And then you get money for winning. And it just tells you it's going to be always get Pokemon trainer. Right, thank you. That's my first episode of Let's Play.